Washington State University Extension in Shelton, and I teach forestry. And we also have an after-school 4-H forestry program. Let's talk about some of these creatures. How many have seen a live owl? Yeah, and you'll notice they look so fluffy and soft, and indeed they are. Okay, I want you guys to do something. I want you to hold your heads completely still, but I want you to look around the room, and I want you to look around the room by moving just your eyeballs. Just move your eyeballs around the room. Don't move your head. Now you see, we're able to both move our head and move our eyeballs, but owls can't. Their eyeballs are fixed into the sockets. They cannot move their eyes around. So to be able to see all around, they have to move their head. Okay. If you are holding Mr. Pileated Woodpecker, step forward. Well, that is Mr. Pileated Woodpecker.
Pretty.
Yes. The largest woodpecker
I hear one of those picture ones.
Yes, and you know, to me, you use your imagination.
It sounds like an eagle.
To me, it sounds like monkeys in the tree. We'll talk about one more animal, and then we'll do our walk. Douglas fir.
No.
Not so much paper.
Is it a soft
Houses.
wood? It's a soft wood.
Pencil. Lumber.
Couches. There you go.
Lumber for
Houses.
Yeah. Construction. Right now. So it's very important. Now, the hemlock is also an evergreen. It doesn't lose its little leaves or needles, just like the Douglas fir. But if you'll notice, I'll pass this around, you can look at it and kind of compare it to the Douglas fir. You'll notice its needles are shorter, okay? And they're flat, they lay flat.
Cedar.
Cedar. In fact, it's a red cedar, okay? Very important tree. Now, I'm going to take you over to a huge tree.
Thank you.
And
I like those.
I want each of you to carefully feel the needles.
What is it?
Okay. Those naked trees, are they an evergreen or a deciduous? Deciduous. And what does deciduous mean? They lose their leaves in the fall. Look at the color of the bark on those naked trees. See how it's kind of white? Okay. Those are alder. A lot of trees like alders when you get close to wetlands. How can you tell a affiliated woodpecker hole from another type of woodpecker hole? Well, actually, if the hole is oval, like egg-shaped, with the big leaves in the wetlands there, yeah, those are skunk cabbage.
Can you smell it?
Yes. He is one of nature's most perfect decomposers. Okay? In fact, I have my own slug relocation program at my house because I did have a very great slug problem in my little herb garden. And I was just getting so furious at these slugs. So I started gently picking them up and tossing them in my compost pile. And by golly, did they help decompose everything very quickly. Okay? And another way, if you want to get rid of slugs in your garden, you know what is a very good creature to have there? Something that just loves slugs.
A birdie.
Not so much. Not a whole lot of birds. Geese will eat slugs.
Garden snakes.
Oh my gosh! Say it again!
Garden snakes.
Yes! Snakes love slugs. So you either count all the light rings or all the dark rings. Okay? Alright? Which do you suppose would be the early wood? The light or the dark?
White.
Yes. Okay, when do trees grow really, really, really fast? Yes.
Summer.
Yes, spring and summer. Okay, they grow very fast. So those cells are very big and kind of far apart. So you get this lighter, softer wood. The dark wood, the later wood, is really dense because it's really slow growing. Okay? All right. Now, all sorts of creatures will, on these trees that are dying or the nurse logs that are on the forest floor, all sorts of creatures will use these and hunt for food and till it's back down to soil. And the slugs have done their job, the slugs and the millipedes. Okay? There is a type of woodpecker, and we have lots here in this woods, and it's called a northern flicker. So when you get back home, I want you to look up the northern flicker and find out about this fabulous bird. He is one of the few woodpeckers that will actually look for his food on the ground or on the forest floor. And his very favorite food is ants. He'll even take his little beak and he'll dig around. If he thinks there's an ant in that dirt, he'll dig around with his beak until he finds it.
What if you put him by ant house?
Oh, he'd be in heaven. He'd be in heaven. So you can see, and if you look closely at the bare part of the log, you can see all sorts of tracks of termites. Could be termites, it could be grubs, worms, any of those creatures that are starting to decompose this log.